All right, Aquarius, how are we doing today? So happy to be here. This is going to be your July monthly forecast for the beginning of July. And we did do an astrology overview for July already on the channel. If you want to see that, you can go down in the description box below and find the link to that. I went through kind of the first half of the year into July, which is a very potent turning point in my opinion, based off the astrology and the intuitions I've received. And the second half of the year we also went into, and just looking at the themes that kind of played out between the first half and the second half and the parallels between them. 2025 is a 9-year, which is a very potent year for endings and beginnings. So we could have really noticed the themes of that, the themes of throughout the whole year. We're going to be seeing we're also in the year of the snake. So just like a huge release of everything that's not serving us. So that we can step into what we're really meant to do here in this freaking crazy mystical lifetime. So yeah, feel free to check that out. We got that Pluto in Aquarius, life-changing energy, especially for me. Not just especially for me, but I have a Venus in Aquarius, so I'm feeling that strongly, and especially for all those Aquarians out there. I mean, for every sign, we're all being impacted by that. And oh my gosh, what a relief, because that Capricorn Pluto energy was too much for me. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to do a past, present, future. So we're going to do past 3 cards, present 3 cards, and the future 3 cards. And it honestly just ends up becoming one beautiful, intuitive story that comes into just one cohesive timeline. Usually. I mean, you never know. But I will say that I do read the cards pretty intuitively at times. Sometimes those intuitions will align with the meanings of the original meanings of the cards, and sometimes they don't necessarily always align to what the cards originally mean. You know, sometimes I see a 4 of Cups and I'm like, ooh, that's really restricted or something. And sometimes it's like, ooh, that feels really good, you need to take a pause. So you never know. So just stick with me here. As you continue, if you resonate, if you continue to watch my videos, you'll start to get a feel for how I read and if I am meant to be a reader for you. That just means it's your intuition talking back to you. So I hope if we align, you keep tuning in, which if you align, you'll keep tuning in. So there's that. Anything else I want to say as we lay out this reading? Nope. Feel pretty clear there. Ooh, that Sun card falling out from my Aquarius. All right, let's see. Queen of Swords. Page of Wands in reverse. We're going to pull another card on that because we're not going to leave a reading like that. What else? Page of Wands. It's too many. It's too many. It's too many. Let's get one card, one clear card for that Page of Wands. One clear card for that Page of Wands. Page of Swords in reverse. Okay. Alright, I'll take it. And that Fool, I knew that Fool card was going to come out. It's on the bottom. There's a reason that's coming out there, so we'll look into that soon. Alright, let's dive in. Okay, Aquarius, so you have the King of Cups, the Emperor card, and the Eight of Swords. So that is some pretty interesting energy. I want to dive into what this King of Cups is really quick before I start talking about the storyline already running through my mind. But you might have more than one suitor coming towards you. You might be really shining your light right now. And you might have more than one person coming towards you. Yeah, so you might be really manifesting lately, and you might be noticing with all the outer planets moving into more, like, we got a lot of air and fire energy going on right now. You could be noticing, like, things that you're manifesting coming in sooner. And with that being said, when we manifest things, we have to then, like, our whole, like, body, our whole, like, 3D experience completely has to shift sometimes to welcome in these things that we're trying to manifest. So you might be, I feel this sense of you might be struggling with that like conflict of the 3D life not matching up with the 5D wishes, or the 3D life kind of crumbling a little bit because you're manifesting this bigger life. Okay, so you might have one suitor coming in that's not really good at talking about their emotions, but they have a lot of emotions, but they might not be able to, like, communicate about them clearly. And then you have an Emperor energy, which to me, well, they represent all of the kings together, but they are a very powerful and dynamic energy, and these two people are very different energies from each other. So I think you might have manifested, maybe not clearly enough, so then you manifested two very different people who might have some similarities too, that you now are in this pickle of, like, oh, what do I want? Someone who might be a little softer, or someone who's, like, super dynamic. So let's pull a specific card, just one card for the King of Cups and one card for the Emperor. So let's start with King of Cups. One card on the King of Cups specifically. Okay, that was 3. So we're gonna go back to what we just said. One card on the King of Cups. I want that one wanted to fall out. The High Priestess. And one card on that Emperor. Okay, so alright, that King of Cups could be spiritually that King of Cups might be spiritually connected to you in some way, shape, or form, and their connection to you might be pushing you deeper into your divine feminine high priestess energy, which is really, I sense a lot of Piscean energy with the high priestess, this ability to go back and forth between the light and the dark, but also back and forth between the conscious and the unconscious, and being able to study what is unconscious, what is in the depths of your soul, so you can transmute that energy into light. So I think maybe whatever you're experiencing with this individual is really pushing you deeper into your spirituality and your connection to yourself. And this Emperor card, I was kind of getting this feeling. The Emperor an Emperor can choose to stand in a softened version of themselves. That strong Mars energy, Aries energy. So you could also be dealing with either an Aries or a water sign. Aquarius. But I was getting this sense that this Emperor might be showing up in your reality as a mirror, forcing you, like, and they're not accepting your cup, the Four of Cups in reverse. So maybe you want this Emperor, but really what is in divine alignment for you is this King of Cups underneath. You know your story better than I, but you might, yeah. So I feel this cognitive dissonance of like maybe trying to get something that doesn't want you back. But I think this divine mirror is showing up so that you're no longer giving yourself away to things, people, places that don't honor your energy or see your worth or see your value. And you're pulling all that energy back inside because of this mirror shown to you. And it might be painful and hurtful, but ultimately it's going to make you more resilient and lead you into deeper connection with yourself and deeper alignment with yourself. And therefore being able to then naturally attract a partner that is good for you, if that is of interest to you. But I think right now you might be dealing with some mental conflict around this situation. And I recommend, you know, back to the cards that I pulled earlier on kind of the overall past. Yeah, and this is in the past, the recent past. So you could have just dealt with all of this already. But if you're still in this energy, there is this kind of mental fog keeping you up at night. Maybe not literally keeping you up at night, but just really heavy on your mind. That's like the worst feeling, overthinking and just like feeling stuck in that. So really try to get your energy moving if you're dealing with that. Running, physical activity, going for long walks, maybe playing a game with friends like frisbee. Like, what is that? Frisbee with the metal fence thing that you like throw it into. What is that freaking called? Oh my god, that's gonna bother me. Anyways. 2 Wands. And that Hangman. I feel like you are really starting to, through whatever this situation is, I think you're starting to understand, like, getting more clear on what it is you truly want to bring into your life. But yeah, I think this mental fog is gonna pass. It's gonna pass. But yeah, just trying not to focus so much on it and just allow yourself to feel whatever's coming up for you and kind of just bring it back to yourself. I always recommend that. Bring it back to yourself, what you need to work on. You know, we're not begging for anyone's love. We're not searching for validation in other people. And if we are, unconsciously, that's something to look at, because you are a whole beautiful being all on your own. Every single one of us. And we don't need another person to fulfill us. We need to meet people eye to eye, face to face, human to human, connecting on soul levels, things that are nourishing to our souls, not things that make us question our worth, not things that pull us down farther. Those could be old childhood wounds, old wounds from past relationships that really need to get cleared. Yeah, that 9 of Pentacles. We need to see ourselves as worthy and create a beautiful life, so that we can then bring in the right people, places, and things. The more we align with our truth and just follow that, and along the way face any mindsets that might be holding us back. Something that I like to really recommend is the book called Worthiness by Jamie Lee McKern, I believe is how you pronounce her name. She's a good friend of Mel Robbins, and she started It Cosmetics, which she was like a Denny's waitress, and Mel Robbins has like a couple podcasts with her, talking with her. But she was a Denny's waitress, and she began her first makeup company in her living room, I believe, that was a line focused on inclusion and self-acceptance. And a lot of people tried to tell her that she wasn't good enough, that she wasn't going to make it, that some people called her fat and told her she wasn't going to make it because of her weight. I would swear right now if I could, but I'm pretty sure that it's not good on YouTube. But what the F? Not okay. We are all beautiful in all the shapes and sizes that we come. We are like divine, beautiful beings. Male, woman, they, them. So don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do something, especially because of the way you look. How about go freaking F yourself if that's how you think. Anywho, that just shows you too the blocks within someone else and, you know, the things that they grew up believing or were put onto them that they have yet to recognize or heal within themselves. So never take any negativity projected onto you about the way you look from another person, because that's just reflecting to you the discomfort that they feel about themselves. So why are you so triggered by the way someone looks? You know, it's weird. Anyways, or the way someone presents. Like, let's grow up. Okay, sorry, I'm getting a little spicy over here. Okay, Aquarius, I know if anyone can handle that, it's you. All right, let's get grounded back into the reading. So, all right, let's move into the present moment. Right now, we have in the present moment, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, that Queen of Wands upright, and the Ten of Swords. So I feel like you're stepping into your power regardless of all these people coming your way, relationships, any confusion that's been in your mind. I think you are really stepping into your power, and you are stepping away from people, places, and things that you may used to collaborate with that are just not aligning with where you're headed. It doesn't need to be this dramatic like thing, or it doesn't need to mean anything about those people, that they're bad or anything. It just means that you're no longer in alignment and you're moving on, and those things aren't nourishing or supportive to you anymore. But you are stepping into that power, baby. I love it. And then we have that Ten of Swords. So I feel like you're really putting an end to things that are no longer serving you. How exciting, y'all. And then in the future, we have that Sun card and the Queen of Swords. So again, we're going from the Ten of Swords to the Sun card. Are you kidding? The Ten of Swords to the Sun card. You are not playing small. You are stepping in to your season. We are going to be in Leo season soon enough, and this is in the future, so I feel like Leo season is going to be significant for you, especially with all the stuff we have going on in July. Again, feel free to check out the astrology video if you feel drawn to it. But I think you're going to be seriously stepping into some powerful queen energy as we enter the month of July. And I want to look deeper into this Page of Wands, Page of Swords energy. I feel like there's something that there might be little opportunities. I think Spirit's challenging you to really use your discernment right now to understand like what opportunities are going to serve you. I think the universe tends to do that, like right before they give you like rewards and stuff or new opportunities that are suited for you. They're like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to like do this thing again, like this lesson over again? So just be mindful of that. But overall, I think you're moving into a really positive energy and letting go of things that aren't serving you, letting go of people that aren't serving you, and navigating relationship situations that are showing you what you truly want. So beautiful. If this is your reading and you want to continue, feel free to follow me over to the extended. You can find a link for that in the description box below. Otherwise, if we part here, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, your night, wherever this may find you. And just know that you're moving in the right direction and to keep going. If you're going to follow me over there to the extended, I am going to do a deeper dive into this future with that Sun and Queen of Swords energy. I want to see what it is that you're tapping into, because it feels really powerful and it feels really clear. The divine feminine is on the rise, baby, and that's what I'm feeling, regardless if you're a male, female, or they, them, whatever. Not important. Whatever you're stepping into is super powerful, and it does have to do with the feminine energy, but we're just talking about energy, not gender. So you can, we all have divine masculine and feminine energy within us, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, and feel free to follow me over there. I'll see you then. Bye.